Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we are reacting to places you should never search on Google Earth. So throughout the whole October month we're gonna be doing daily horror reaction, daily horror gameplay and everything besides of that. All every day, non-stop until the 31st October for the Halloween. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Places you should never search on Google Earth.
Google Earth allows you to explore the entire world,
Yep,
but there are
correct.
some places you should never search. Welcome back, Charlie
Very
here.
sharp.
You're about
Very
to see
sharp.
some of the most scary and mysterious
God.
places on Google Earth.
Bigfoot.
But I have to
confirmed.
warn you, many of these places have incredibly dark
Megalodon.
backstories. First, let's head over to Norman's Cay in the Bahamas. There
Okay.
is something very mysterious hiding in these waters. Can't see it? What about now? As you can see, there is a plane in the water.
How
You may
they
wonder
haven't
what's
recovered
happened
it
to this
yet.
crashed plane, and why has it never been recovered?
Let me have a guess. It's probably drug plane, probably Pablo Escobar, because I have seen article about this. It's probably that,
Well,
innit?
this plane was actually owned by one of
Yep.
the most evil men to
Come on, chat. You need to search. You need to like for that, you know.
ever live. I am talking about Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar is the most famous drug lord and narco-terrorist of all time.
Drug lord.
He was the founder
Really, how
and
much
sole
money he has?
leader of the Medellin cartel of Colombia, and he is responsible for taking over 4,000 lives. But how did his plane end up here? Well, Pablo Escobar had many planes going from the USA to Colombia. On the way, the planes would use Norman's Cay as a refueling point. But this plane did not make it to Norman's Cay before it could refuel.
Or it could literally
The
just
crew
swim
dumped
there.
all of their illegal cargo into the sea. This was so the plane would run on less fuel. But this wasn't enough, and the plane still crashed into the sea, taking the life of the pilot and co-pilot. Everyone was way too scared to touch this plane, and even the local government did not want to go near it because of how feared Pablo Escobar was. So that's why to this day,
Bro, the man is dead. Just go to the plane. What's wrong? You ain't gonna find ghosts there, bro. Come on, chill out.
Pablo's plane remains here, rotting away and dissolving underwater. Now let's take a trip to Florida, USA. Take a look at this neighborhood. It looks pretty normal,
Yep,
right?
pretty normal,
Well,
yep.
that's what everyone thought for 20 years, until one man who was browsing Google Earth noticed something strange. If you zoom in, you
What?
can make out a shape in this lake. And this
Okay,
shape is
what is it?
actually a car. The car belonged to a man named William Mould. When he was 40,
God.
he went for a drive one night and never returned home. It was a mystery because him and his car were never found. His family lost hope, but they never forgot about William. But after 20 years, someone noticed the car on Google Maps.
Bro, imagine just being Google and you're scrolling through Google Maps. Oh, what's that? Zoom in? There's a car. How's that happen? How's that happen?
The Google Earth user contacted authorities, and they pulled the car out of the lake. Inside, they found a body, and
Oh,
it was
it is
later
so
confirmed
sad.
to be William. Found
so
22
sad.
years after he went missing. It's
22
believed
years?
William accidentally drove off the road and into this lake. It's very sad that he passed away, but his family were grateful to finally have an answer as to what happened to him after
For
all
sure.
these years.
Hey, at least the family know now, innit? It's not gonna be a mystery anymore.
Now they can finally have closure, and know that William did not run away and abandon them. Moving on, let's take a look
man.
at this scary discovery made in Antarctica. In 2020,
I mean, exactly how do people find this though? Like how? You must have no life to be Googling Earth like this. My God.
a Google
What a
Earth user
numpty.
spotted something strange in Antarctica. As you can see, it appears there is a body that's been left in the snow. There
you're
are
that man
many
again, innit?
research stations in Antarctica, and it's believed one of these scientists may have ventured out and got lost in the snow. It's a very creepy and mysterious find. But because this place is so remote, no one is able to go out here and check. Maybe at some point in the future we will have more answers about this mysterious
so we actually
figure.
don't know anything.
But for now,
We do not
who
know
this
anything.
figure
It's a
is
mystery.
remains a Google Earth mystery. But I think an even more mysterious
Who is
place
that?
on Google Earth is found in Arugua Island. Arugwa Island is a tiny island in Tanzania. If you go here on Google Earth, there isn't much to see, but there is a photosphere. If you click on this, you see something incredibly scary. There are
Oh, this one guy doing this, isn't it? Why?
appears to be a dark and dingy room.
Don't
All
like
over
it.
the walls, there are red splatters. And written on the door, it says, "You trusted the wrong guy." It also
But why
says,
not
"You're
having
too
been
late,
there?
turn back now." And there also appears to be a figure holding some kind of weapon. You may be asking, what's going on here? The room does seem to be real, but clearly things have been added. For
don't
example,
like
the man
it.
appears to be computer generated, and some of the graphics also look fake. But either way, this location
Probably
raises
hacked,
many
innit?
questions. Where is this actual room? Who created this image? And why did they put it on Arugwa Island? It's safe to say this place is incredibly creepy and mysterious. Some have even compared it to the
Backrooms.
back rooms. But right now, this find remains a Google Earth mystery. Now let's move on to a scary Google Earth location which is not mysterious at all. In
Seems
fact,
fine.
we almost know
Seems
too
fine.
much about this place.
Fine
If you
thing.
go to this neighborhood on Google Maps,
Fine
it looks
thing.
pretty normal. And when you enter Street View mode, you simply see nice houses on a
Ah,
sunny
nice
day.
neighborhood, nice
Except
neighborhood.
for this place. You may wonder why one house on this street is blurred out. Why would Google Maps censor this house? Well, this house was one of the worst crime scenes in America. The house is 2207 Seymour Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. It belonged to a man named Ariel Castro. He is one of the most evil criminals to ever live. He kidnapped and imprisoned 3 women at this house.
Ah, you
He kept them
fucking
captive in the
pedophile.
basement for
What
over
a
10
nonce.
years. But eventually one of these women escaped and they were free.
10 freaking holies. What are you doing to the women's, bro? What are you doing to the women's?
Of course, after Ariel was arrested and imprisoned, the house was abandoned. But because the house is so creepy, many people began breaking in. They had a morbid curiosity about how the inside of
Don't
this
like it.
evil house looked. So that's why Google Maps decided to blur out the house. They hoped that by censoring this house, less people would go here and break in. I'm not sure why anyone would want to go to this terrifying house. And I
Not
can
very
see why
fancy
Google
story,
Maps
innit?
chose to censor this house. Now let's head over to the island of Fiji. Do you notice anything strange off the coast of this tropical island? If not, then how about now? As you can see, a
That's
plane has
edited.
crashed off the coast
That's edited. Come on. That's
of this island. Oil has leaked out of the plane into the sea. And this bright light is the plane reflecting in the water. It's scary to think who could have been on this plane. I did some research, but it seems the reason this plane crashed is unknown. Now let's look
What?
at a very mysterious place found underwater. This location is found off the coast of the Bahamas. You may be wondering what these mysterious squares are in the water,
Oh my
but
God.
here's where things get even more weird. You can actually go into
Atlantis.
Street View
Atlantis real life.
underwater.
What a
Many
shit place.
believed that this was some kind of lost city found underwater.
Yeah.
And there were even
That's what I
some
thought.
people online speculating this may be the lost city of Atlantis. But I have an explanation for this mystery. It turns out these mysterious underwater structures are actually a coral nursery. Fragments of coral are placed on metal coral trees. They then grow large and healthy enough to become coral reefs. This is a project being done by people restoring the coral reefs of the
So
Bahamas.
why there is the name as places you should never research on Google? That's calm though. Like, what's up?
Various other coral nurseries have been found on Google Earth. And many people wrongly believe they're Atlantis or some kind of lost city. Atlantis may be real, but it certainly is not here. Now, going back on land, let's look at this very small
Land.
town in the Czech Republic. This place looks like a ghost town. But what if I told you it literally is? If you enter Google Street View mode on this church, you can see it's filled with
Nope.
ghosts.
Why
The
everyone's looking
church
at
is
the
called
cameras?
Kostel Saveho Giri, and
Ugh.
all around the abandoned church are statues of ghosts. Some believe these statues may have been grave markers, but it's very eerie how they appear to be sitting on the pews as if they're real people. Of course, many say this church is haunted. It was created in
Bro, people
1352
gonna say
and is
that.
no longer used today. It's safe to say this is one very terrifying sight to see. Moving on, let's look at this very
I mean, like, why don't people just go there and destroy it, restore the church? I mean, fuck the Christian, but do something about your religion, huh?
scary site in Antarctica. In the Antarctic Ocean, there is a very mysterious dark blob. But if you zoom into this blob, you see what appears to be a kraken. Krakens are said to be gigantic octopuses. And it does appear that this could be what we're looking at right now. The creature does appear to be an octopus, and it's clearly massive in size. It also seems to have a big white eye, and is making humongous waves in the water. This area of the ocean is very unexplored, and researchers say we don't really know what lives in the Antarctica waters. So perhaps krakens or something similar are a real phenomena here. Also in Antarctic waters appears to be a real megalodon shark. At least that's what many people are calling it. Located in this dark patch of water seems to be a massive ocean creature. Some have said this could be a whale or shark, but others say it's far too big to be any kind of modern creature. And that's why some speculate this could be a real-life megalodon still alive today. Finally, let's head over to Houston, Texas to see one more very scary Google Earth mystery. This looks like a very ordinary cul-de-sac, until you enter Google Street View mode. Then if you approach the house at the end of this road, you see a very ominous dark figure on this unbuilt house. There are many theories as to who this could be. Strange dark figures have been reported all over Texas before, and many say that Google Maps caught a Mothman-like creature on camera here. But right now this remains a total mystery and we don't really know what this is. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below which Google Earth find was the most scary.
Yep, if you guys have searched anything scary, make sure leave it down below in the comment section. Yeah, great video. It's actually great reaction, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. So guys, if you're enjoying it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. More of these gonna come this month, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. And see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace out, guys.